Okay, y'all, so I've got tons of questions about this sweatshirt. I had to do some digging because I've had this sweatshirt for a couple of years now. And so I had to take a picture of it. I had to do a Google search on the image, and I found it. Here is the sweatshirt. I got it from Conrad's Apparel. Just do a Google and search Conrad's Apparel, or take a screenshot of this sweatshirt. You got it? Do a Google image search or do a Google search for Conrad's Apparel and you'll find it. Okay? Let's get into the rest of this video. Remember, I told y'all I hold grudges. I'm still looking for F around and find out. I'm still looking for any moment to say, I told you so. Okay? Well, watch this with me.
In 2 weeks, I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote?
I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump.
I voted for Trump, and I regret it now.
As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump. Dude, I regret it so much, man.
I am regretting my vote for Donald Trump.
I voted for Donald Trump, and now I regret it.
A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that.
I regret voting for Trump.
So deeply regret my vote for Donald Trump.
I regret voting for Trump.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I've seen the light, and I got out of MAGA. A lot of us there have seen the light. We have deep regrets.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible. That's why he's still running.
I was with Trump for 9 straight years. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed.
I don't care. I'm very indifferent. I don't feel any sort of way about them now regretting their vote for Trump. There will be no kumbaya moments from me. I don't down anybody else who feels that they need to welcome these people into the fold. Do what you need to do. No judgment from me. That's just not going to come from me. But this was the icing on the cake.
Almost 50,000 Cubans from the Miami area in Florida are facing deportations. That's because thousands of those Cubans filed for political asylum and were granted political asylum, except they went back and visited their homeland of Cuba. Well, the big deal is that when you file for political asylum, you're declaring that your life is in danger in your home country. And by these Cubans going back to Cuba to visit, that means that the entire process of the political asylum was fraud. The application asked for political asylum seekers to give detail of why they can't go back to their country, why their lives are in danger in their homeland. And Cubans gave those statements that their life was in danger if they ever went back to Cuba. So going back to visit Cuba after you've been granted political asylum indicates that these Cubans have been granted political asylum based on false information. Now, it's no secret, Cubans played a huge role on the re-election of Donald Trump. And a lot of them feel let down by this administration because now they're being sent back home. So I'm going to ask all the Latino community, and I will do the same, to please hold a moment of silence for the thousands of Cubans who now are going to be forced to go back to the island. So anyway,
I grew up in Miami. I know how arrogant and callous some of the Cuban people can be. The Miami Cubans are different. Now you come over here claiming political asylum, telling the United States government that if they don't accept you and you have to go back to Cuba, you could be murdered. That's basically what you're telling the United States government. And so they accept you. They give you citizenship to protect you and your life. And you are so arrogant, so entitled that you go back to Cuba to visit. You're breaking the law. You're putting your own citizenship status in jeopardy. And while you've done that, you're passing judgment onto fellow Hispanics who come into this country. That's some shit. That's some shit. I don't feel sorry for them either. Make sure you get everything packed and ready to go for your trip back home.